welcome back to our channel. I have just got lots of things I wanted to chat to you about, so I thought I'd sit down and do a bit of a chatty update video today. I feel like the way I'm sat, it looks like I'm about to it's like story time, I'm about to read a book. But the truth is the place is just an absolute mess at the moment because I'm still getting ready, packing to go, and so this is one of the only areas that looks a little bit tidy. So we fly back to Uganda in a couple of days. We ended up staying here a little bit longer than planned because we had an appointment we really needed to go to with Adam, so we were waiting for that to be done, and then we head back in a couple of days. In theory, we are currently having a bit of a problem with our visas, so we're going out on a tourist visa, and then when I'm there I will apply for a student visa for Adam, and not yet sure what we're doing about mine. But usually it is so simple doing the online application. I've never had any problems with it before, and of course this time everything's going wrong. So mine, I submitted all of it, went through to payment, and it took the payment, but it didn't come up with the page that tells you your application number. And I didn't get an email. I usually get an email straight away saying that they've received the application. So I didn't get any of that. Then I went through doing Adam's, it all went funny. The website didn't work when I got to the payment page, so no payment was taken. And again, I didn't get any email, I didn't get any application number, anything. So then I tried to do his again, and it said you can't do it again because you've already done an application with these details. And I'm like, but I haven't completed it and I don't know it. And I was honestly, oh, what a nightmare. And I mean, I emailed them, but I knew that that's pointless. Anyone who knows Uganda knows that you're not going to get very far doing things like emailing. So thankfully Josh went to immigration in Ginger. He went yesterday, spent half the day there, and has gone today. And it's not yet sorted. We haven't yet got our visas, but they've managed to find the applications anyway and are trying to sort it out for us. But it's never straightforward, is it? And I'm just like, only a couple of days till we arrive there, so we really need that to to go through and be sorted. And poor Josh, obviously he's been there, but he's not quite right. I know everyone has been waiting for an update about what's going on with him. I don't have full answers at this point. So he had the endoscopy, and the results of that showed that he does have ulcers in the small bowel and various other bits, but they didn't like look into the cause. So they didn't do all the tests needed to look into the cause, and they told him to come back another day. He was on his way another day. We hired the car, and then the hospital did ring him, to be honest, which is a rarity, to tell him that the doctor hadn't turned up, so not to come. And basically he's not been able to make it since. So he's stable, he's on meds, and he's doing a lot better, but he's not right. He even said he's weak, you know, he's not right. Thankfully it's not as bad as vomiting blood and intense pain now, but he's not right. But because I'm going to be back in a couple of days, and I feel like I can possibly help a little bit more when it comes to talking to the doctor and things, we will just deal with it when I'm back now, to try and get to the bottom of it all. But yeah, he's not great, but he is definitely better than he was before. Thanks to those of you who did very kindly send some money towards his medical bills, so thank you so much. Can you hear Adam playing downstairs? He's been invited this evening over to our neighbour's house for a last play date and for dinner, so he's very excited. Anyway, the kids in Uganda are back at school, apart from James. James is not yet back, they don't go back yet, but George and Tallie are. Tallie has moved to the same school as George, and they're enjoying it. I spoke to them the other day. Adam has missed a little bit of school, but because we needed to be here for this appointment, it's just the way it is. I've been doing a bit of home learning with him, and he'll be back there soon enough anyway. And it's a little bit different because each child at the school in Uganda works at their own level and through their own own modules. It is like on a laptop. He's not missed learning, he's just missed time for learning, if that makes sense, because it's not as if a teacher teaches the whole class a concept and then he's missed that concept, because that's not how it works. They all are doing their own individual work in the lesson, so it's just the time he's missed rather than the learning itself. The CEDA kids also go back to school in a few days, and we are hoping to fundraise in order for them to do this. The three biggest kids at primary, so John and the twins Babajit and Waiswa, did already head off to Kampala a couple of days ago to go to their P7 workshop.
What are you doing?
I'm looking my bag. We are going to school today.
We are going back to school now for term 3.
Thank you everyone who have donated for us.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate. If it wasn't you, we could not make it.
Bye.
So these three are in a really, really important year of school, and they've got really big exams coming up in a couple of months, and these results, well, the results of these exams will determine what secondary school they get to go to. John has always found learning really, really tricky. You can probably tell that the kids are a lot bigger than you think they'd be for primary school. That's a mix of broken education, you know, not the best starts in life, COVID, school closures for several years. So they are older, but John, I'm so happy that he is in P7 and it is looking like he will pass his exams, because I was really worried that might not be something, not the route we go down. The other two, Babjay and Weisbert, are doing really well and they are getting very high marks. So they still need to put the work in, but I'm really, really hopeful that they will get good enough grades to go to the same secondary school that Derek has gone to. And Derek, I've been talking to Derek all the time since I've been gone. He's just at that age now where he's got a lot more mature, and he's just such a good kid, and he's so grateful, and he doesn't, for example, so all the other big kids went on a tour with their school to Western Uganda at the end of last term, which looked incredible. They went on safari and all sorts of things, absolute once in a lifetime experience for them. And the same tour is going to be happening for Derek in secondary school, well, not the exact same, but very similar to Western Uganda, doing similar things. And Derek told me about it, but he said, but I don't want to go. And I was like, why don't you want to go? And he said, it's too much money. You know, you're already paying for me to go to school. It's too much money. I don't want to go. And to me, I'm like, right, now I really want to send you because he's just such a good kid. And he just sent me all these voice notes, and I played them to my mum, and my mum ended up crying. Because he only wants to ask for the things he really needs for school, and he's just working so hard. He's spending all his holidays like studying and working so hard. I got his report card back, and I think he did really well. He got overall a B, but that was, you know, he had a load of A's and things, and just a couple of subjects which brought it down to a B. But I think he's done really, really well, and he was so hard on himself and didn't think he'd done well enough. And yeah, anyway, I've gone off on one now, but these are such deserving kids, and oh, I'm just like, you know, I'm proud of all of them. I'm very proud of Derek and how much he is basically taking this opportunity and trying to do the best he can so he can have the best future. He's really at that point now where he really understands that not everyone around him gets this. He's got this chance and he really wants to make the most of it. That's not to say the others aren't grateful. They are. They just don't think they've quite had that realisation yet. But I'm sure they will in time. But yeah, anyway, if you are interested in donating towards this term's fees, the link will be in the description box. But something I wanted to like put out there, and I don't know what my thought really is, it was just my brain whirring, is because obviously I'm the sole person fundraising for CEDA, and it's hard, and I hate constantly asking, but I need to in order to help these kids. Like, it's just a bit of that's the situation I'm in. But what I did wonder was if this community on here would be interested, or if you're interested and you want to let me know, in doing some sort of like fundraising month where, I guess, I haven't thought like I haven't worked out the specifics of this, just you know, a bit of a concept at the moment, but maybe in December, so you know, leading up to Christmas, if we had a big group of people on here that wanted to do a little fundraising event, so it could be things like a cake sale or whatever it is. And then I was even thinking that everyone could, if they were willing, like do little videos of the event that they're doing and send to me, so I can put together a big video showing how this community on here has all come together to fundraise for the CEDA kids' school fees. And I was thinking, maybe I'm being too ambitious here, but how amazing it would be if in December we were able to raise for a year of school fees for the CEDA kids, so to cover 2025. But anyway, I don't really know the ins and outs of how that will work, but if you would be interested in doing something like that, some sort of small, Obviously nothing huge. I don't mean someone does a big like masquerade ball or something. I mean something small, so little cake sales or a raffle or whatever. So yeah, I just want to gauge interest at the moment really, and see if people would be interested, and then I can work out the specifics of it all. So let me know. I'll leave a pinned comment down below and you can let me know if that's something you think you'd be interested in helping with. Anyway, I think that is the majority of things to update you all on. I'm nowhere near packed. I'm currently looking at everything right now. That is today's job, so I need to go and get on with it. In a couple more uploads time, we'll be back in Uganda and we'll be back to footage of the whole family. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you again in the next video. Bye guys.
You came along, couldn't look away. Somehow you